Hello guys. Uh, just want to make an observation here in this video. Uh, got these awesome pictures from a guy on YouTube that just recently did a flyover from Lancaster, California to Rachel, Nevada. He was somehow able to get a flight path really close over Area 51. And he took these amazing photos that I don't think we've ever been able to see before. He has them on his channel for you to view. He's got like hundreds of pictures. It's crazy. But my fascination is he was able to get some really cool shots of the Papoose lake bed area, and based on my observation, I think I found a plausible area where the S4 site that Bob Lazar claims that he was taken to and where he worked. I've always been fascinated by this because just the story and everything, just to try to see if we can find some sort of evidence to back it up. And it's always been hard until now we're starting to get these type of pictures. I mean, this is crazy. I've always seen on like Google Earth and maps, there's these roads that lead to this lake bed, and there's another road right here. I believe there's another one that rides in here, and supposedly by Bob Lazar, this lake bed, Papoose lake bed, is where all the UFO, all the good stuff happens, and there's supposedly a site there. So, but anyways, he says that you take a bus. There's like a white bus that takes you from the main Area 51 area to this other location, Papoose, and which from a standpoint of trying to keep something very secretive, I think it's a good area, because if they do bust them in, you know, once they get on that dry lake bed, you'll never be able to see those tracks because it'll just get washed out. So it'd be very hard for like a satellite to pick that up. But anyways, this is from this guy's pictures. This is where I believe that something may be going on here. This little area, this whole little niche. It kind of looks like a little valley in there. It's perfectly circled too, and it's just where you could just drive right in. There's a mountain right here, kind of like he said. He said that it blended in with the mountain, and there's a whole mountain range here. If you follow it, it continues. So if they're gonna build anything, it would go into this mountain range, and then I would believe into the other side, tunnel themselves through there. But yeah, I mean, this is kind of a crazy thing. There's something that looks like a structure right here, and possibly something here. But yeah, and then also too, the Google Maps. What I've always seen is this is the actual spot that we're talking about right now. We'll zoom out. The whole Papoose Lake bed. There's Area 51 over here, the main area. You can see the road that follows in there. There's also another road here. But this area right here, to me, just looks like kind of like a eyesore now that you see these new pictures. Because this piece right here looks funny now. I mean, I guess that's supposed to be like a bush, I guess, or a tree or something. Not really, it's hard to tell, but just looking at that and looking at the rest of the terrain around the lake bed, I do not see that same thing anywhere else. Like, not even on the mountain do we see a big bush, even something remotely that size. I scoured the whole lake bed trying to see if I could find anything that looked remotely similar to that would match the terrain naturally. I don't see that. Like I said, now whenever I look at it, now that I've seen these new pictures from this flyover, I mean, it looks like a eyesore. Like maybe Google or whoever's in charge put that in there to just kind of cover it up, So I mean, and also too, it just looks like a perfect spot. Like looks like there could be tracks here. It looks like it'd be perfect if you're gonna conceal something. What more on a lake bed that's out in the middle of nowhere than you drive into this little valley here and you're surrounded by this mountain here. You know, it seems like a very plausible spot. And I'm gonna go back because it's got more photos. Yeah, here's another shot. I mean, here's that spot right there. I mean, this looks like looks like there could be a structure there, or even something right here. Again, he's at high altitude too, so it sucks he didn't have like I don't know if nice a telephoto lens or. But I mean, there's a mountain right here. You can see it, but that just looks like a perfect spot. Who knows if this is still dirt? All this area could be concrete. Camouflage look like the rest of the dirt. The color looks a little funny, but again, that could be just from lighting. But that's just another observation. But yeah, I mean, there's some more shots. It's a little closer in. I mean, look at that. It looks like there's definitely that there could be something there or there. Yeah. He was flying in a little closer. I think there's one that's like, yeah, here's another one. He's getting a little closer again, here again. It just looks like there's something there and there, But as to what Bob Lazar describes, he always said that it was camouflaged into the mountain. And I've always been fascinated to try to see, we find some evidence of that, But yeah, who knows? But this is probably the most plausible thing that I've ever been able to find. Again, it's not going to look like you're trying to conceal it. You don't want to make it look like, oh, there's a building right there, so. But that's my observation. I mean, it could be, I mean, that'd be awesome if that is S4. Who knows? But I mean, they could test UFOs just coming right out of there. It's a perfect little circular area, You pull it out and it hovers up, Who knows? But all right, guys, that's just my observation.